Yes, welcome back, guys. You are still tuned in to Ekse. Do hit us up on our social media and Twitter. We are Ekse_live. You can also find us on Facebook, Ekse on Cape Town TV. The hashtag is the mood. Let us know what your mood is this Monday, and we'll try our best to read some of your comments a little bit later on the show. Right now, though, we do have a representative from Early Grey Entrepreneurship. His name is Rohied. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Really excited to be here.
Oh, I'm so glad to have you.
We appreciate you making time. I know it's a busy day for you. I'd like you to tell me more about this foundation.
Sure. So the Allan Gray Foundation was incepted in 2005 by Mr. Allan Gray himself, founder of the large investment management firm, and it's part of his realization plan to achieve a prospering, equitable, and most importantly, a highly entrepreneurial South Africa. And at the heart of the foundation, what I can say is that it utilizes its portfolio of 4 flagship programs to execute on the achievement of that vision. And I think some of your questions are coming up, and we can chat about more about what those are basically.
So tell me, what do you do within the company itself?
So within the organization, it's a public benefit organization, and within it I head up its 4th newest program, which is the Allan Gray Entrepreneurship Challenge, which is open to all learners, high school learners in South Africa.
And your focus is more on the program, what did I say here? The entrepreneurial program mindset. There we go.
Yes. So developing an entrepreneurial mindset and a high degree of entrepreneurial intent in high school learners.
Oh, that's amazing. So what is your challenges within the entrepreneurial side of things? What is the challenges there that you guys face each and every day?
I think mindset is definitely one of them, and that's part of a socio-economic systemic cycle in South Africa, in which society and community actually puts pressure on learners academically and also realistically for them to go out and get an education sometimes which are not aligned with their personal value systems and their personal desires. Also may or may not be aligned with their own attributes. What we try and do within the program, to your question, is to shift mindsets of high school learners away from an employee mindset and more towards an entrepreneurial mindset.
Yes, because we do need those more in this country.
I myself started entrepreneurship at CPUT. I'd like to know how this idea has benefited the schools.
For the schools very specifically, it's the first program of the foundation that is non-selective. So just to give you a little more insight into what I mean by that, we have the scholarship program, which is phenomenal, and it's for high school learners, and its criteria are things like academic potential and very importantly financial need of high school learners. Then you have the fellowship program, which carries what we call candidate fellows within it, and it's aimed at developing university-going students and empowering them and sponsoring their education and putting them through 3 or 4 years worth of entrepreneurial leadership orientation. But then comes along my program, which is the latest and freshest, with absolutely no selection criteria. I don't want the best only. I don't want the brightest only. I need the learners run at the front row of the classroom, and very importantly, I also need the learners run at the back row of the classroom, because that's often where true transformation is just sitting and waiting to happen.
Yes, because I know sometimes I was in the back of the class and I'll listen, but I'll be in my own world. So that's a good thing. That's actually a really good thing. I have a very strong question for you here. This unique platform will accelerate and develop young, upcoming entrepreneurs. So how are you planning to do that?
Through what we call micro-challenges and gamification. So just to tell you a bit more about the micro-challenges, these are short tasks, sometimes a written submission, sometimes a video submission, like a video pitch, etc., etc. And these micro-challenges, or these small tasks that learners have to complete to stay active within the game, these challenges are crafted based on 10 years worth of research to elicit a high degree of entrepreneurial thinking and, most importantly, a high degree of entrepreneurial action from the learners. And then I mentioned gamification. So we utilize gamification as a special purpose vehicle of sorts to ensure that the user engagement rate of learning stays optimized throughout the 5-week competition.
You mentioned gamification. Is this like with apps and things like that? What is
Yeah,
this really?
leaderboard. So if you look at the interface, it's heavily gamified, heavily pixelated, Mario Bros style,
get this.
leaderboards,
Is it
digital badges.
Dude!
Like, you're playing a game, and a game that's amazing. So, yeah.
There's this kid at the back of the class, right? Brilliant idea, business idea. It feels like he's obviously a kid. Sometimes they don't have access to the right information,
Yes.
so he doesn't know where to start or what to do with this brilliant idea. And you guys, how can you assist this kid at the back of the class?
So pitching prizes. So one of the ideas is that the competition itself is meant to help them build on entrepreneurial intent.
Yeah.
That's the first thing, to help them understand that being an entrepreneur is not only for a privileged few with that rich, well-informed uncle in the corner over there. You can be it. And our kids today especially, they're not just any high school kids, they're millennials.
Yes, yes.
They're far more powerful
Yes.
than,
Yes.
they're like the sum total of everyone and everything that came before them. So that's one, and we're trying to leverage that power and to channel it in the right direction. But very, very importantly, and in particular to your question, we have a part of the competition in week 4 of the game called Pitching Prizes, where they actually send a video pitch of their business idea to us at the foundation, within the program, and we actually review and shortlist the best ideas delivered with the best business pitching skills. Where the top contestants will be flown to our prestigious gala awards dinner in Johannesburg, where they will actually conduct an investor-worthy level pitch to the crowd.
Wow.
And they will stand a chance to win some very exciting prizes for that.
So I take it as you guys actually help start the business and also monitor them grow the business.
We have some very exciting prizes, and I want to talk that
This
until
is amazing. I wish I had met you when I was in high school.
Exactly.
I would have 5 million, I bet.
No
I
doubt.
bet.
I'm pretty sure.
So if the idea was probably like making buns into some crazy drum, for example, would the participant or the student they after go to the investors in Durban, you said Durban, right? And then they
In Johannesburg.
in Johannesburg, and then from there onwards they will they now have their own store, or how will they actually be able to grow from there onwards, in the next 5 years to 10 years and so
So I
on?
can tell you that last year the top contestants were they were trained the day before to present at the South African Innovation Summit,
Yes.
and they were trained by professional people to conduct that, and the winners received a cash investment into the deployment of their actual idea itself from a startup and venture perspective.
So what do they do with that? They take it back and then they just start growing
And then they
start
start
building.
on executioning the idea itself, from the ideation phase of it
okay.
to the actual actioning of the idea and looking at resources and
Oh, so they're still building. They still,
Yes.
so still
And I'll tell you,
brainstorming
it's far
things.
beyond ideation. Some of these high school kids this is like the generation of shockers. They were like established, seasoned businessmen with the level of ideation that they can put on the table.
You see, these things
I
today, you
hope-
just don't know anymore what is
I actually
yeah.
hope that these ideas are well taken care of, and then these kids actually grow businesses and not actually be exploited. Because half the time, what investors do, they buy into more than half of your business,
Yeah.
and then as a kid from high school, maybe you don't.
So what I can tell
I'm
you
looking
is
at early retirement.
I like that. I like this. I actually like where it's going really a lot. But what I can tell is that the
Yeah.
foundation's recent Jamboree event, there was one of the contestants who spoke about her version of tomorrow's reality. So our version of reality is the outdated, redundant one.
Yes.
These millennials have a version of reality in which, I think from her ideation perspective, if you think about how we use cryptocurrencies today, it's only in the domain of fintech. But she put this amazing idea where in her version of tomorrow's reality, we can use the exact same format of cryptocurrencies, the same distributed ledger to achieve it, but its application was to achieve virtual voting booths in South Africa to eliminate the costs associated with physical infrastructural voting booths across the country. So they will take the same things and find applications in brand new ways, domain to domain. So they're really brilliant.
Making life easier. I don't know if you guys know, just a bit of the topic. There's a pregnant lady and she wanted to have cupcakes and she made her own cupcake stand. You know, things like that. Things like that, you know? So you spoke about prizes. What else can the viewers or the learners that is interested in something like this look forward to?
So, what I can tell you is that some of the smaller prizes are awarded in the form of small cash vouchers week to week to the learners themselves. What we do also offer is a certificate to each of the participants playing the program. So these high school learners are able to start building their resumes right from within the high school phase of education. Any of the submissions week to week that are outstanding, like if there's a weekly theme around universal healthcare, or if there's a weekly theme around fintech, and this learner submission does exceptionally well, they receive a digital badge on that certificate, showing their mastery in that area of specialization. And on top of that, what I can tell you is about the top 10 winners. The top 10 winners, like I mentioned, they'll be flown to attend and be honored at our gala awards dinner.
Yes.
And the runner-up winners in positions 4 to 10 will each receive an Allan Limited unit trust.
Wow.
And the top 3 learners in positions 1 to 3 will win a fully expenses paid trip to attend the Emerging Technologies Asia Conference in Singapore in February 2020. And the champion teacher also will win that prize of going to Singapore at the same conference in February 2020.
Thank you so much for being with us.
It's a pleasure.
We really have to hit to an insert right now, but we will get all your details, will be on the screen and things like that. Guys, watch this insert, it's called Astra.
I'm from Samoa. I'm an ASTA arts teacher, a trained and qualified teacher. So I studied ASTA, it was 2015. That's the year that I graduated from ASTA. And my role at ASTA is to run a variety of art workshops just around Western Cape and Eastern Cape sides. So it's a way of developing the art skills to citizens of South Africa. Yeah. And namhlanje what we do clay modeling sculpture, which is working with 3 dimensions. But the theme here to begin with, it's a safe space where you actually have your own safe space, you know? And I started working with abantwana abandisebenza nabo ngoku. I would say it's new group because I just started on the side, so it's probably now 3 weeks if I can think back. Yeah, it's 3 weeks. So yeah, and it's still a new group and there's nothing much we've developed so far, but it's just a few techniques, things that we can offer. And any being here at Austin, it's a lot of things. I would say I wish like the experience that I had it before. And it's the big role that I've also put in Asta is that it's not only the Asta work that I run, like creative arts, it's also like basic things. For instance, what they're learning at school, helping them with their maths homeworks and English homeworks as well. So it's not just only art, but it's actually a whole thing that has to do with studies, I would say. And for the past 4 years now, I've been facilitating, and for me, it's been approximately an outstanding experience that I've learned. The school work, it helps a lot because I also started facilitating on after school work, because from there I saw that there's a lack with I would say teachers after school, because sometimes they I'm not feeling good, I have my family problems and I have to go attend meetings, and we are facilitators, we have to fill their spaces, which was something that what if it could also go to schools to be added there. I think it can make a very big role, and it can make their kids grow as well, because I would say if the teacher is not in class, the kids there, it's obviously chaos. So yeah, it can be a very great change that after school classes can be part of schoolwork.
Njong. At 10 and 11.
When is part of the program?
2017.
So since you had
Apakam. Ngeke ngofunda napha bayancedisa. Kangakwazi ukubhala ezinye izinto kwi-test maybe bazokubhalela ucebe nichaze i-answer. Ngo-2018 this year.
So
Afuna esikoleni phaya esikoleni sami, so abancedisi wami besibachaza i-question bade sibhale i-answers, so apha bona bayazichazela i-question i-answer and then yenza izulu.
So it's safe space happening.
Athi izinto ezingathi iyadrowa kanye iyabhala.
So your time to go.
It's not my first time. It's my first year.
First year. So why are you painting there?
Because you better than young days.
So you're getting just
Elish. Kapha ngo-2017.
So since you
Into yokuba manibe clever kwizinto enzenzayo esikoleni. Bayavuya.
so ufuna
Yes. Ngoba ziyafundisa ube clever. Yinto yodwa. Cow. Because I love it.
Yes, that was as the projects. This is some of the things they do with the after-school programs. Yes, and if you guys also do amazing things with the after-school programs, all you have to do, and you want to be featured on the show, do email us on ekse@capetowntv.org. Yeah, right now though we do have to take a breather, but don't go anywhere, because after that we have a Skype interview.
With Najiba.
Yes. This is a lady from Liberty Promenade Mall.
Yeah.
We'll be talking all things after school program.